So today I'm going to be installing this shower head that the company sent to me. This is a dual shower head with a handheld shower. So you have one head that goes right up here on this top part, and then the other part is something that I really like. You can see you have this little magnet that holds the handheld shower here. What I like about this is on our previous shower heads, you can see I had to put one of these like kind of sticky things to hold the handheld shower. So now I can get rid of that. I can rip that out or just take that off. And I think this is a much cleaner look. So we're gonna go through and I'm gonna show you how to install this thing. It's very easy. Inside the box, you of course do have some, the actual, kind of big shower head here. And then you do also have the hose, and then it does come with some Teflon tape, a wrench, a couple of extra gaskets here. You do have a water flow restrictor if you needed to use that for your area. And then you have the instructions on how to install this thing. We're gonna go ahead and get started with that. You see I already have some Teflon tape on the faucet here. So we're going to start by putting this part on here. And this goes this way. You want this part facing down. So we're just gonna screw this onto here real quick. And this is where the wrench that they provided will come in handy. You'll probably want to make sure this is as tight as possible to make sure it's not leaking or anything like that. We're gonna get that as tight as we can with our hands, and then we'll go and grab the wrench as well. I think we actually might have it tight enough right there. From this point, then we can grab the actual hose here, and you want to unscrew this part right here. Make sure there is a black gasket in there. This should already be in there, so you shouldn't have to worry about it, but you'll just wanna double check that. And then you can unscrew this top part as well, and then unscrew those. And you can see that gasket, it can have a tendency to kind of fall out there, so you wanna make sure that those stay in place. And then here you can see these are both the exact same, so it doesn't really matter which one you put them on. And this kind of screws in the back here on this little part in the back. And you can see that little knob, I'm gonna move this over. This little knob allows you to change, right in the way. This little knob allows you to change where the water pressure goes. You can have it either go to one, to the other, and kind of go in between the two of them. Then you can grab the handheld shower here, just screw that on, make sure the gasket's still in there. And then that just goes, and you can see it just magnetizes to that, which is so awesome in my opinion. Makes it look very clean. And then last but not least, of course, we do want to make sure that we get this one in here. This is where you could put the water flow restrictor in there if you wanted to. For me, I'm not going to be using that. And we want to screw that to the top here. I think it's up there pretty high, so you may need a ladder for this. Or you could even screw this on even before you screw the other part on if you wanted to. This could be another point where you might want to use that wrench to make sure everything is tightened. And you can see this has a kind of 360 ball joint on it, so you can move this any kind of way that you are wanting to. So now we have this all in place. The last thing that we want to do is just turn on the actual water and make sure that it is working and we don't have any leaks or anything like that. If we do, we'll make sure we go through and tighten everything out. So I'm going to turn this on now. And it looks like we don't have any leaks coming through here. You can see right now it's coming out of the bottom of the shower because of the way that I have the knob going. Move this over here. So we have the knob here, and you can see the water's coming out of there. Now if I wanted to switch it, all I do is click this over, and you can see now it's coming out of the top. And if you wanted it to go to both, I believe there's an option. If you kind of keep it in the middle there, you can see it goes to both. Of course, when you have it going to both, you're gonna have less water pressure here and less water pressure here, so keep that in mind. But it is a nice functionality if you or your partner are showering together, and then that way you don't have to worry about sharing the water. You can each have a little bit of water going to you or your partner. Now there's no extra settings for the rainfall shower up here. There's nothing else that you can change for the settings on this one. But this one right here, this has a couple of different settings. So I'm gonna go over to this right here and show you these settings. So if you scroll this all the way, oh geez, that comes out fast. Okay, all the way to the right makes it so that you just basically stop the water flow. This is nice if you're moving it around, you don't want it to spray you. If you click this once, then you kind of just have it's kind of like a spray kind of setting. I don't even know how to describe that. And then once again, you have another setting here where it's kind of a little bit more of a jet for cleaning. Then over here, your normal, another setting, this one. And then the one all the way to the left actually shoots out a really high powered jet coming out right here. So you can see just how powerful that is. This is great for cleaning your shower. I'm excited to have this in here, honestly, because it is just good at like blasting shampoo, anything else that's kind of stuck to your shower, any of the hair on the side of it. It does a really good job at that. So really impressed with this thing. I'm gonna get that. Oh, and there's even another setting. So you have kind of a mist on this one, and then you also have like a high pressure jet. So any of the settings that you're gonna want for a shower, this is gonna have it. And then once you're done with this, you can flip it back over here and then clamp that back there. And then once again, you don't have to have something like this for your handheld shower. I'm actually gonna get rid of this after this video, which is really nice. So it cleans it up, the shower, in my opinion, even more, and a nice little look to it. So hope that's helpful if you're looking for a shower head like this.